see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
Monday Night Football. It's a three-piece midweek on Realltom Football, and we start you off with this three-piece midweek on Manchester United taking on AFC Bournemouth. All the build-up on the way in just a second.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants.
if you can hear me. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back aboard to Realltom Football. My name is Tom. I'll bring you the watch-along this evening, everybody. Manchester United take on AFC Bournemouth live in the Premier League. If you do are watching on the replay, then please do make sure you are leaving a like on stream, hit that subscribe, and if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, to every joyous here today kickoff coming your way at 8 o'clock in the Premier League for Manchester United to take on AFC Bournemouth. Good evening, everybody, and welcome aboard to Realltom Football. Hope you're doing well. Just getting the overlay ready now. I was in a bit of a texting sequence before the stream started, so I am slightly behind, but not majorly, which is good news in its own. So yeah, give me a second, and I will have your full attention. Sorry, you will have my full attention, rather, I should be saying, really, not the other way around. And yeah, then we will have the overlay as well. So just give me a second, and the overlay and my full attention will arrive at your service. Okay, right, just need to go to Lunapic now, make it transparent, then we'll be all set and ready to go. But yeah, there you go. Kick-off, 8 o'clock, Manchester United against AFC Bournemouth. Starting off in Twitch, we've got MilkGang_man75 from Twitch who's joined us here first. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. And what's your scoreline prediction? Of course, if you are joining us from YouTube, you can let us know via the poll who you think's going to win. 100% so far backing United for the win. Just the one vote. I'm sure that differentiation in opinion will come throughout that poll on YouTube soon. You're backing United to win, are you? What are you going? 3-1, 2-1? Let us know. This tonight would be an opportunity there for Bournemouth to claim 3 straight 3-0 victories and be the first Premier League side ever to do that if they win 3-0 here. So that in its own would be a bit of history for the Cherries. And your overlay is here now on your screen. There you go. You're a Liverpool fan. Oh, well, I mean, definitely proven to you by the fact that they won at Anfield, but I'm not sure if that was about United being crazy good, that Anfield victory. I'm more kind of on the side of it's become a theme since the 7-0 defeat, where United have gradually improved their Anfield performances. And definitely I felt like that it was all about Harry Maguire with that winning goal for United at Anfield. That, for me, was the meaning of it, the signature of it. A huge victory, of course, for United against Liverpool at Anfield. But that was quite a while ago. They take on AFC Bournemouth tonight, a team who have beaten them 3-0 in the 3-0 twice in a row previously at Old Trafford. And it does, of course, prove to be a test for United. The positive that Manchester United can take in the sense of taking on AFC Bournemouth is their away form against Bournemouth is quite good. They haven't lost at the Vitality Stadium, but it is home form against the Cherries, which would be somewhere to be concerned. Could that change tonight, though? And could United prevent history being made? The last team to beat the last team to beat Manchester United twice in a row at Old Trafford by a score of 3-0 was Liverpool. Liverpool didn't quite get to that third straight 3-0 win. But Bournemouth have the chance tonight to do that, just that. of course, and probably make a few Liverpool fans who know that stat well a bit salty. For now, though, it is time to move into your team news, your match information, and the league table via PremierLeague.com. So here we go. We'll kick things off on the general match information, where it is current form guides of no wins in the last 5 for Bournemouth. And that all started really with a rather surprise 4-0 loss against Aston Villa away. And it really sent Bournemouth hurtling back to reality a little bit after a flourishful start to the season. A draw against West Ham at home didn't really impress either, and then proceeded to lose 3-2 away to Sunderland and suffered a 1-0 home defeat to Everton. I feel, and the 0-0 draw against Chelsea, it was a really strange one. Has to be said that games involving Bournemouth tend to be entertaining. Most certainly that game had the ingredients to be an entertaining game, but that was a major surprise when the score came out as 0-0. So I feel as though there's a bit of concern around Bournemouth and the drop-off, but probably natural, really. They lost a lot of key squad players over the course of the summer. Big players to Real Madrid, Liverpool, etc. And I think that with that being said, they made a great start to the season, but maybe now it's just a bit of back to reality. But they've got to find a win somewhere and get back on track because, well, the league table isn't looking as rosy for them as what it was before. They're now in 15th, only on 20 points, and only Wolves, Burnley and West Ham join them in form guides of no wins in the last 5. A point for Bournemouth, though, here could move them on to 21 points. That would move them level. A point above Fulham and Brentford. They would be 1 point behind Newcastle, Spurs. And the 3 points for Bournemouth would put them on to 23 points, level on points with Brighton. -3 goal difference compared to +2 would mean that the likelihood is that Bournemouth would stay behind Brighton and not be able to enter the top 10. Manchester United sit in the top 10. In fact, they're in the top 8. And they are on 25 points with a +4 goal difference and just a singular point. Would move their level on points for Crystal Palace, Liverpool and Sunderland. It would be goal difference that puts United above Liverpool and Sunderland, but behind Palace, who are on a +5, despite 2 defeats in the last 5. 3 points for United would move them on to 28 points, level on points with Chelsea, and it would be goal difference unless they score 8 or more that keeps them outside the top 4. Back onto the teams then. And it's Senny Lamans who begins in goal for United. Say back 3 of Aidan Heaven, Luke Shaw and Lenny Yoro behind the midfield 4 of Diogo Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro and Amad Diallo behind the attacking 3 of Mason Mount. Alongside Brian Mbeumo leading the front of the diamond is Mateus Cunha. On the bench for Manchester United, Altay Bayindir, Alessandro Martinez, Joshua Zirkzee, Tara Malacia, Manuel Ugarte, Tyler Fredrickson, Kobe Mainu, and returning to the team is Benjamin Sesko after an injury period and absence. Bournemouth's team is Petrovic in goal, a back 4 of Adam Smith, the captain, Diakite, Marcos Senesi, and Trufer behind a midfield, which is once again split. No, not once again, just split into 2 parts, seeing a defensive 2 of Marcus Tavernier and Tyler Adams behind the attacking three of Jimenez, Justin Kluivert and Antoine Semenyo. Front strike, though, is Evan Nilsson on the bench. For Reallom and Bournemouth is Julian Araujo, Julio Soler, David Brooks, Alex Scott, Amin Adley, Junior Krupi, James Hill, Enes Unal, and goalkeeper Will Dennis. Those are the teams. Manchester United against AFC Bournemouth on the Monday night action. Kicking off in around about 5 minutes' time. You miss me in Dream League, says Mr. Barry. Do you, Mr. B. Harry? Well, I am not really into fantasy football, all that stuff. I'm more of a Super 6 betting kind of person. Did I get any correct scores? No, I didn't. On the 1, 2, 3, Coral Football Super Series did not pull through. There are 3 slips in play tonight on this Monday night. We have got a bet builder for Manchester United or Bournemouth to win with no backing of a draw on a double chance. Over 1.5 goals. Brian and Burmos have a shot on target. And Manchester United have a total of 5.5 or more shots on target. It's a £2.50 return off a £1 stake. Price boost for Manchester United, AS Roma and Derby County all to win at £1 returns a tenner. And price boost for Brian and Burma and Antoine Semenyo to have over 1.5 shots on target apiece, 50p for £4.50. We'll start loading up Sky then with the coverage of this one at Old Trafford. If you do want to give it a watch, it is live on Sky Sports Premier League and Sky Sports main event. However, coverage does stop on Sky Sports main event at 10 o'clock for the Monday Night Football tonight with the live World Darts Championship taking over on Sky Sports main event at 10 o'clock. Coverage of this match on Monday Night Football continues all the way through until 11 p.m. So just a heads up, if you are watching on main event, coverage will stop at 10 o'clock. So it would be recommended if you are to watch the full show to stick to Sky Sports Premier League. But yeah, that's not till 10 o'clock. Well, Old Trafford most certainly is a happier place. And an upturn in form started with a simple victory against high-flying Sunderland, then a huge victory for Manchester United and Harry Maguire at Anfield. And how the mood at Old Trafford has changed. They are still sitting pretty. They have the chance to move above Liverpool with a win. And Ruben Amorim might just be starting to get the swing of things at Old Trafford. But a win here is what is needed before any celebrations for United can get underway. And the last time that we watched United at home was when they lost 1-0 against Everton, which was a result that upset Angry Ginge on his final day in the jungle. But he is now back doing live streams with new friend, Lisa, from Emmerdale, of course. And I'm sure that he will be hoping that United don't mess up against Bournemouth tonight. But of course, we all know too well Bournemouth's recent history at Old Trafford. So they're just going through the teams now on Sky Sports. We're about to kick off at Old Trafford. In a match where Bournemouth are desperate to get the 3 points after a bad run of form. Of course, if Bournemouth do get the 3 points and win by a score of 3-0 exactly, they will make history as the first side to go to Old Trafford and win 3 times in a row, 3-0. But that task may be a lot more difficult than what would seem. as it is a United side feeling a lot better about themselves, and it is Aidan Heaven's first time starting 3 successive Premier League games, as indicated by Sky there. Well, it is a team huddle from Bournemouth in their blue kit and a United fan base at Old Trafford in full voice. And you just feel as though no matter what happens this season, as much as United can lose games, that win at Anfield has really upturned the positivity and the mood around the place. Feels like that win at Anfield has just given that kind of pump of life to the United fans, you know. But of course, that was a long time ago. Bournemouth are the opponents today. And in just 11 days from this point, it will be a Friday night Boxing Day fixture against Newcastle for the United folk at Old Trafford. This is United's second to last game before Christmas. And it is Villa away, which will be United's final fixture before Christmas. Of course, Arsenal are the team that get to play closer to Christmas than anybody in English football, with our Carabao Cup quarter-final on Tuesday, the 23rd of December. And I can't wait for that. Flicks has gone big. He's gone for a 2-1 win, and he's going to get 400 quid out of the bookies if Manchester United lose 2-1 to Bournemouth. But of course, 2-1 is not the famous score, which could make history for Bournemouth. It is 3-0, which would be the history-making scoreline for Bournemouth, reminding you all that Bournemouth would be the first side in football to come to Old Trafford and win 3 times in a row by a score of 3-0. Liverpool were the closest team to making that a record for themselves. They won twice 3-0, but did not manage to get the third straight 3-0 win. I believe they lost that third game where they were chasing the opportunity to make themselves the first side to win 3-0 3 times in a row at Old Trafford. But Bournemouth here have the chance to do that tonight. And it is without saying that we don't expect Liverpool or Bournemouth to come to Old Trafford and win 3-0 3 times in a row. And that shouldn't happen against United, because United, of course, along with Arsenal, are the best Premier League sides that the Premier League has had in terms of all time. You know, United are top of the all-time Premier League table. And back in the day, at the very, very start of the Premier League, it was all about United and Arsenal. So by no stretch should any team be allowed to get a record for themselves of winning 3 times straight 3-0. And that's particularly at home as well. But over the last 2 seasons, United's home form has not been the best. So I can't say that I'd be surprised that Bournemouth have achieved those kind of results before. Well, let's just take our focuses away on the history that Bournemouth might be able to make tonight. Of course, remember, if United do score a goal here, like Ahmad with that corner, oof, then of course it will be all hope of breaking that record gone for Bournemouth. So Bournemouth will want to try and make sure, if they do want to break that record, that they score the first goal. But taking your focus away from that, in Carabao Cup quarter-finals, where tomorrow we're going to watch Cardiff as they take on Chelsea, and that kicks off at 8 o'clock. And then it is Newcastle against Fulham, which is the forefront of Wednesday. Kickoff is at 8:15. And then, of course, 1 week tomorrow, Tuesday the 23rd of December, it will be Arsenal's turn for a Carabao Cup quarter-final. It's at the Emirates. I will be in attendance, and we're up against Crystal Palace right before Christmas again. And I have no idea when the Carabao Cup semi-final draw is. Welcome aboard to Kamar. How are you doing, Kamar? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Well, I haven't actually checked Super 6 since yesterday because I knew that I was going to lose to Jamie Carragher on the head-to-head. So let's head on to that now and let's make some predictions as this game starts to get itself opened up. Bournemouth free kick here. Tyler Adams stood over it. Short to Truffert. And Burmo across, and United do win the ball and now draw a free kick for themselves. And yes, there will be no Carabao Cup involved on Super 6. So it is straight across to the weekend where the December rollover now makes the prize 750k. Ahmad, oh. Oh, what a ball. Luke Shaw. And ball across Mason Mount. Good save, Petrovic. And United have made a good start. Threatening to pierce Bournemouth's potential record in 8 minutes. They have had 3 shots on target. What a start by United. And it's in towards a Burmo. Into Cunha. The cutback. Oh, Casemiro's effort. There was a diving block in there. And the blue shirts can't really get out. It is the red shirts which are threatening. Casemiro had effort. That was miles off target. Well, there is 2 other fixtures that we're keeping our eye on tonight on this Monday night. We're looking at the scores of AS Roma and Derby County. Derby County are in action against Sheffield Wednesday in a fixture which has been rescheduled to today on the weekend. So a huge test for the Rams. I know for certain that a trip to Hillsborough is not normally easy for them. Roma against Como. Also in the Scottish Prem, we've got Rangers against Hibs. And your current score at Hillsborough, it is 0-0. And it's Sheffield Wednesday who have had the large majority of attacking in the early stages. What a game in Mexico, by the way, which I don't know either of these two teams, but the Liga MX Apertura playoffs in a 1 a.m. kickoff saw the game finish 2-1 to Toluca. Aggregate meant that the game had to go to extra time and pens. 9-8 did Toluca win on penalties. What a penalty shootout. What a game. Both teams were down to 10 men. I don't normally point out the Mexican League or whatever. However, that stood out. 9-8 on penalties. What? I mean, wow. We will keep you posted across Rangers against Hibernian, Derby County against Sheffield Wednesday, and also Roma against Como in Serie A, and also Rayo Vallecano against Real Betis, which are the key fixtures taking place alongside this one tonight. It's going to be Semenyo who's going to take this throw in for Bournemouth. Tom JQ601, I'm an Arsenal fan. Welcome all to you from Twitch. No, I am doing this purely for content. I suppose you could say more from the YouTube point of view. And for those who do want our schedule after Wednesday, Thursday will be the day that I will give you on YouTube via the community tab my schedule in the run into Christmas, and also going the other side out of Christmas as well. Reminding you that I will not be here for Arsenal against Crystal Palace or Arsenal against Brighton, and also Arsenal against Aston Villa. The last Arsenal watch-along in 2025 will be the Everton game on Saturday. I am in attendance for both Arsenal Palace and Arsenal Brighton. That I am on my annual New Year's mystery tour when we play Aston Villa, Cunha, and the final touch from Amad Diallo. And it won't be 3 straight victories of a 3-0 scoreline for Bournemouth, because United take the lead in 30 minutes. And you have to say it's been coming. Yeah. It's a torrid run of form for Bournemouth at the minute. And United, when they've got their tails up, they will hurt you. A team most certainly looking a lot better and probably feeling a lot better about themselves after their Anfield triumph not so long ago. Cunha with the initial header, and Amad just makes sure it's over the line. However, there is a VAR check in progress. I have no idea what the VAR check is for, but I can tell you that a VAR check is in progress, as I do have a small little gimmick, shall we say, for football. There is a bit of a secret where we get the thing that broadcasters get via one extension tab, and basically a little block comes on the bottom right hand corner of my screen. I will get a flash of light yellow if VAR are having a simple procedural and non-extensive look at something. That will then go to dark yellow, so normal yellow colour. If the check is getting more extensive, it will then flash orange if they are talking to the referee about the incident they are checking. And if the referee is sent to the monitor, that bar will flash red. I can't tell you the details of the extension, but I'm sure that if you Google it on YouTube, you'll be able to find out exactly what I'm using to get more VAR enhancements on my laptop. And I don't put the VAR check in progress banner up unless it is a dark yellow or orange block on the bottom of my screen. So yeah, bit of a broadcaster's secret that some YouTubers will have. I know for certain that Mark Goldbridge has the same technology that I've got. But yes, I do get a bit of a helping hand, shall we say? Cleared away by Yoro. You see now? There's just been a challenge by Yoro on the edge of the United box when Bournemouth are on the attack. So VAR will naturally come in and check it. So I've just got a light yellow block on the bottom of my screen. I barely notice it. And you guys won't notice that I'm seeing it. But it does come up a fair lot. Only when it starts to turn dark yellow do I get a bit more interested. And obviously, if VAR are not checking anything, no matter what the extensiveness of it, the block disappears. Well, 8 shots, 2 on target, not bad. I will start by United. Bournemouth have not registered a shot or a touch in the opponent's box in the opening 18 minutes and 40 seconds of this match. Clarky, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Oh, Cunha. Good play. Took too long to get his shot away. Martin George Fletcher, welcome into you, Aiden. Good to see you. Welcome aboard to you. If you haven't already, do make sure you are smashing a like on the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Only the one like so far. If we can get up to 5, that'd be fantastic. Also, let us know who you think's going to win via the poll if you are on YouTube. And it is, Martin, as you correctly say, 1-0 to United so far. Jimenez tried to, well, that's still no touch in the opponent's box for Bournemouth as of yet. Just to get you heads up, Bournemouth have not had a touch in 20 minutes in Manchester United's box yet. I think so, yeah. Because he's more of a 10, isn't he, really, Cunha? I wouldn't put Cunha in the kind of calibre or categorisation of a striker. I think the reason why he's there doing the role that he's doing is because of Sesko being still on recovery. But surely you'd put Mason Mount in that position, you'd feel, not Cunha. Fernandez, good ball. But Simon Hooper indicates a free kick to Bournemouth as soon as the ball was delivered, presumably for some infringement in the box. Most certainly better since the Anfield win, Martin. I mean, Gary Neville's commentary of it being the greatest place that United can win is correct. And not just for United as a whole team, but for individual players, that will have done them the world of good. I mean, I think the person that will be feeling the best about himself after that Anfield victory is probably Harry Maguire. I mean, a player who had so much stick and abuse to go and get that winning goal. And there was a bit more about it than just Maguire scoring the winning goal. Really. I mean, it was more kind of the fact that in the 2-2 draw last season, he had the chance to get a winner, didn't quite get that winning goal, came back to Anfield the next year, got a starting place and scored the winner. But either way, the simple fact is the fact that it's Harry Maguire who scored the winning goal. Big. That was a massive result as well. A very boring game, too early in the day, but yeah. I mean, winning at a place that Liverpool lost. And probably at a good time of the season, really, because Palace have just started to go off it. Big win, though, either way. But still, it'll be the Anfield result, which is the result of the year for United. No matter what happens, it will be the Anfield result, which this team feeds off. That's what's given them the confidence, not anything else. And welcome aboard to you both. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Bad defeat yesterday for you lot. Voltemada own goal. That was 2 years ago, though. Or do you mean Palace? I don't really think that a team winning the FA Cup decreases an opposition's chances of winning or losing. I wouldn't say that our chances increase of winning at the Etihad if we win the Carabao Cup in March. I wouldn't say that if Luton Town won the EFL League One, their chances of winning the EFL Championship would be any higher than what they are. Winning trophies does not increase your chances of result. It's about managers, it's their first ever major trophy, which is a huge achievement. But again, we're talking about the effect on United. That has no effect on Manchester United and how they go to Selhurst Park. It is United who stop United from winning big games. It is United who decide if they're going to win games or not. It is United who decide, are we going to turn up, are we going to perform, or are we going to fall down on our feet? It is not Crystal Palace's trophy cabinet that decides if United are going to turn up to Selhurst Park and get the victory. And Bournemouth looking for the second goal. He would have. In Bournemouth, good turn. He's got Diakite in front of him, which might put him off a bit from taking the shot. He does take a while to get the shot away. But yeah, I do not let's say that Wolves went and won the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. That would still not make me feel like the difficulty of Arsenal's trip to Molineux would change. It would be more based on our form, our injuries. So this whole thing about a team wins a trophy and it's more difficult to beat them is nonsense. Because winning a trophy, such as the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, is knockout football. It's one match, boom, through to the next round. Final. Okay, do we win it or do we not? Like for me, because of the difference in leagues and league table positions of Portsmouth and Arsenal, when we go to Fratton Park, I expect us to win. And if we do win at Portsmouth, that does not increase our chances of winning the FA Cup. Yes, we progress to the fourth round. And yes, because there's less teams in the fourth round, our chances, of course, do increase. I still don't think that our chances of winning the FA Cup would increase by beating Portsmouth. It's about beating sides that are bigger than you or winning at grounds that are difficult for you that give you more chance and more probability. Yeah. Well, there you go. Almost half hour gone. Semenyo for Bournemouth. Tavernier and Truffet. Still no shot on target for Bournemouth. So the Tavernier, oh, what a save, Lamons. What a save, Lamons. Tavernier nearly scored, and that was Bournemouth's first shot on goal and their first shot on target. But the Carabao Cup does nothing for you. It is the FA Cup which gives you Europa League qualification. And that's exactly the reason why Crystal Palace are in Europe this year. Of course, normally it would be Europa League, but because of some controversial UEFA decisions and negotiations, they're in the Conference League, and Forest are in the Europa League. But yeah, the Carabao Cup, there isn't really a reward for winning the Carabao Cup. It's just the trophy. But if you win the FA Cup and you aren't qualified for Europe or anything higher than the Conference League, if you qualify for the Conference League and you win the FA Cup, you get qualifications to the Europa League. So that's the bonus with the FA Cup. So let's say, I don't know, Bournemouth finished 8th or 7th and got Conference League, but they won the FA Cup. That would mean that they would go into the Europa League instead. So it would probably be 7th or 6th or 6th or 5th that would get the Conference League spot instead. But we're going to get it. We're going to get that. Martin, we are going to get that. Because it looks like we're going to get Middlesbrough. It looks like Middlesbrough are on their way. Like, to me, I don't have a doubt that Middlesbrough and Coventry City will get promoted this year. We will get Middlesbrough. We will get Middlesbrough. I'm almost sure of that. And I'll be fuming if we don't. And that in itself, with Sunderland being up, and also yesterday, Sky Sports did say on broadcast, Sunderland can't be relegated now. It's mathematically impossible for Sunderland to be relegated. With that means that if we get Borough up next year, you've got Borough against Sunderland, you've got Sunderland against Newcastle, and you've got Newcastle against Borough. 3 different Northeast rivalries there, all sprouting out. 3 different Northeast teams. And if you get Hull in the playoffs, that's another big bonus. But I'm telling you right now, if Millwall are going to come up, it will be through the playoffs. It's going to happen. It's Frank Lampard. It is Frank Lampard that's doing that. I mean, look, losing the playoff final against Luton will have been a kick in the teeth for them. And ever since then, they've been sort of hanging around, trying to get there, haven't quite done it. But Frank Lampard has had time at Coventry. He's built them to his standard. It's his team. So, yeah. It's Frank Lampard. It's Big Frank. Did he? No. But yeah, I mean, you look at this championship table. Borough are 7 clear of Preston and Millwall, who are both level on points, separated by goal difference. And blimey. Wow. Now that is a problem for Millwall. I'm looking at this. Preston have a +7 goal difference, -4 for Millwall. There is no team except for QPR and Millwall that has a minus goal difference in the top half of the championship. That's concerning for Millwall. -4 goal difference, although did they lose 4? Hang on. They lost 3. Okay. They lost by 2 to Hull. I'm not a Chelsea fan, so I don't know the full ethos of Frank Lampard. But Derby County have taken the lead at Hillsborough, and it is the brother of Michel Agermang who has scored the goal, Patrick Agermang, and it is 1-0 to Derby at Hillsborough in 35 minutes. So Sheffield Wednesday 0, Derby County 1. Still 0-0 between Roma and Como. I'm aware of that. He was a great player, I know. Another goal alert for you. Rangers 1-0 up against Hibs. Emmanuel Fernandez on the score sheet for Rangers. I didn't realise it was that much. 300. Wow. Well, nearly 300, but big numbers. And Acuna. What a ball. But Brian Mbeumo couldn't get on the end of it. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you want Northeast development, look, Borough are on their way up. Who knows? Hull could make it in the playoffs. But one way or another, we are going to get some brilliant teams up from the Championship next year. And like I said, the Premier League will be perfect if we can get Wolves and West Ham down and we bring up Coventry, Borough, and then somebody else. But Coventry and Borough are the two teams that can be the perfect replacements for West Ham and Wolves. It is too easy for London. Although for saying that, the London clubs aren't having that much success. It is the Manchester clubs, or obviously of last season, the Merseyside clubs, who are getting more of the joy. It is. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think that it would be too hurtful to other areas of the Premier League if Millwall were to come up. But like I said, the priority with me sits with Borough and Coventry coming up. That's my priority. I don't have a particular preference to a third team. However, I will exclude the likes of Leicester, most certainly. I won't be happy if Leicester come up. That is the immediate thing I'll tell you. I will exclude Leicester. I don't like the thought of Leicester coming up. I will exclude also probably Ipswich from coming up for now. I don't think Ipswich could offer that much to the Premier League at this stage. If I'm picking out of the current top six, I would go for Hull, Millwall, or Preston, along with Borough and Coventry automatic. I would say Preston in a playoff final probably would be able to win. Preston are one of those teams who do tend to have good results in big games. So I think that Preston would be one of those sides who can handle a playoff final and can make it. Casemiro, that's his fourth shot of the game, and it goes wide again. Oh, you mean yesterday? I'm with you. I'm with you. I did say yesterday, though, the absence of that derby and the separation between Newcastle and Sunderland is probably why that Time Weir derby yesterday lacked that kind of passion, that kind of violence, that blood, that, you know what I mean? Semenyo and in for Bournemouth. They equalise. And all of a sudden it is 1-1. United have been dominant, but Bournemouth respond. Well, there's no denying that Semenyo showed his qualities after being, of course, racially abused by Liverpool fans at Anfield, and then going on to score a brace. But this is a great goal by a proven man in the Premier League, who's not been quite firing of recent, but lovely finish. Evening, Jamesy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. 1-1 for Bournemouth, who cannot, though, achieve the record of 3 straight 3-0 wins at Old Trafford for the first time of any team. So, equaliser for Bournemouth. Manchester United 1, AFC Bournemouth 1. But what a ball, and Burmo just couldn't quite get a hold of it. He was on the stretch for it. Ball came at him so quickly. It was a pacey pass. Well, folks, speaking of achievements, and it's going to boil up here. Dallo involved. And I have just had that VAR colour block flash straight past yellow to orange. So this is VAR having a good look here at this. So just a heads up there, the VAR seriousness indicator is orange. Ooh. There, that grab on the throat. Dallo bends his back and bumps him while Semenyo jumps. So yellow card apiece. There will not be a red card, but any more grip on that, because it was sort of like a like grab at the throat, but more like this, just a quick, like the motion of and the claw of the hand was there, but he didn't latch like that. He didn't go like that. Do you know what I mean? He didn't hold on. He let go. It was more of a kind of Yeah, but like it was quick. It was sort of like a. I think yellow piece is the correct call. Like I say, any more grip and any more, you know what I mean, any more like that. Like if he prolongs the amount of time this motion is in play for any more time, it would be a red card because he's not letting go of the player's neck. But it looks like he's pulling out because it's only because like I say, the hand was perfectly in the shape of a clasp on the neck, like that. He just like went like that though. He sort of went like as opposed to, you know what I mean? Five minutes added time at the end of the first half here. Howard Webb is practically useless. I mean, the only thing that he does is sits with Michael Owen from time to time and analyse decisions by his team. Anyways, Carabao Cup tomorrow. Very interesting occasion. And it is the only EFL team left in the competition. And it is not a championship team. It's actually League One's Cardiff City, which remain in the competition. And they are up against Chelsea. That will be the action tomorrow. Cardiff against Chelsea. And Wednesday, we will be having our eyes on Man City Brentford, but full focus on Newcastle against Fulham. Newcastle, of course, are the preferred opponents for Arsenal if and probably when we progress against Palace on Tuesday, the 23rd. Reminder that I will not be here for Arsenal against Crystal Palace. I will be in attendance. No, but the performance levels are improved. I mean, look, you're never going to get your Berbatovs, your United legends back because they're too old. It's about them making history with the players they've got. They've got quality. Brian Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes. But your point's taken. All right, it's in towards Casemiro. 2-1 Man United before the break. Well, Bournemouth didn't stay level for long, and United are back in front before half-time. Casemiro with the header. And definitely by their first half performance, they do deserve to go in at half-time ahead. And that's exactly what they are doing. So United score up Casemiro before the break. And they're back in front in added time. It's more Man U. It's a brilliant response to equalising, to be fair, making sure that they're back ahead before half-time is better than going into the second half and equalising quickly or getting back in front quickly. It's a great response. And definitely deserved. I mean, look, if Harry Maguire's on the pitch, with his aerial ability, United would be probably 4-1 up by now. The chances United have had, Maguire would have a field day with those. And the header at Anfield, which he scored the winner, was not an easy one either. To be fair. And there's the half-time whistle from Simon Hooper. Overall, a positive first-half performance by United, who scored early, conceded an equaliser, but back in front through Casemiro before half-time. Half-time score is United 2, AFC Bournemouth 1. And they deserve to be in front. Well, I'm going to go straight in and I'm going to check one of the price boosts, which is for Antoine Semenyo and Brian Mbeumo to have over 1.5 shots on target each. Brian Mbeumo has had 1 shot on target and Antoine Semenyo has had 1 shot on target. So we need another shot on target from each of those 2 players, second half, for a £4.50 price boost trigger. Goals, we are over 1.5. Brian Mbeumo has had his shot on target, so that's good for the bet builder. And United's total shots on target is 4. So only 2 more to get over 5.5. Looks like I'm going to get a winning bet builder there. And that bet builder tonight is over 5.5 shots on target for Manchester United. Over 1.5 goals, 1 shot on target from Brian Mbeumo or more, and United or Bournemouth to win the game. No backing of a draw. Time for a quick swig of Coke. Half-time score at Hillsborough. It is Derby County in front, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Derby County 1. Rangers 50 minutes in, 1-0 up against Hibs, and still Roma 0, Como 0. Rayo Vallecano just about to hit half-time against Real Betis, where the half-time score is going to be 0-0 by the looks of things. In which it is. And that one has now hit half-time, and the half-time score is 0-0. But goal for Roma in Serie A has just come through in Serie A. Match week 15 in Serie A. Roma have taken the lead against Como, and who's the goal scorer? If you are interested in the Portuguese league, 2 other results today have seen 6:45 and 5:30 kickoffs. Nacional beating Tondela 3-1. Both teams were down to 10 men. 3-1 win for Nacional. And Braga winning 1-0 against Santa Clara. And right now live, 8:45 kickoff, Porto against Estrela Amadora is 0-0. The goal's been ruled out for Roma. The goal has been ruled out for Roma. Will not count. So goals not going to count for Roma. Any women's football to have a look at? Well, Baller League has taken place today. And in fact, there is a game to watch right now between SDS and United, where it is only 1-0. We're going to switch over to the Baller League right now. And SDS FC 0, United 1 is the game that we are currently watching. Results earlier on Baller League UK have seen VZN be beaten 3-2 by Wembley Rangers. MVPs United drew 3-3 with NDL FC. 3-2 win for M7 over N5. And the live game right now, SDS against United, where it is 1-0 United. And then 9:10 kickoff for Lucas against Deportrion. 8 and 10 o'clock for Clutch FC against 26ers. I'm not sure how many games are, how many minutes are left in 3 minutes. There you go. So a 20-minute match. And SDS have got 2.5 minutes left to respond against United. Okay. Well, there is King of the Jungle, Angry Ginge. Doesn't look too happy. It's a penalty. And SDS have equalised. And Sterling gets some level. SDS 1, United 1. So SDS with the equaliser, United have 2 minutes and 30 seconds-ish to respond. Once this Baller League UK game is done, we will head back to coverage of Manchester United against AFC Bournemouth. Well, the scoreboard hasn't changed yet. There you go, 1-1. Ball across. And it is the last 90 seconds of the 20-minute match. So nearly the end between SDS and United. Oh! And that was so close to an SDS winner. just hit, it clips the post. Will there be a chance for a winner in the final stages? Oh, straight at the keeper. Almost given away, and it's 2-1 to SDS in what's probably going to be the final act of the game. A winner and a comeback for SDS, who in the Baller League lead United 2-1. Well, Manchester United leading 2-1, but Angry Gingers United are 2-1 down from a goal up. In fact, there's 10 more minutes to go of this one. We'll just head back to Monday Night Football briefly for Manchester United Bournemouth. And the game is still not quite underway just yet. So yeah, we will keep you guys, we will keep an eye on the United game to ensure that we don't miss the kickoff of the second half. Just watching Baller League right now, where SDS lead United 2-1. Still no goal between Roma and Como yet. There was a disallowed goal a bit earlier between those two, but it's actually 8 minutes to go between SDS and United. It's a 30-minute match, and it is 2-1 to SDS, who have turned it around from a goal down. Some good game management from SDS at the minute. Got a couple of minutes, I think, until the United Bournemouth kick off of the second half. Once, of course, we are ready to go. In fact, 9:05 we'll get back onto Bournemouth's game. So another 50 seconds or so of watching SDS 2, United 1. Are we going to get a goal? Are we going to get a goal? Perhaps an equaliser for United, maybe. Final 10 seconds of our period of watching Baller League UK. Time for one last chance. Nope. Out of play. And so we will head back the Sky Sports Premier League for the second half of United Bournemouth, which is going to be any second now. So, United 2-1 down, but Manchester United 2-1 up. Second half in around about 30 seconds. And they are back underway at Hillsborough, and it's Wednesday 0, Derby 1. Be a huge win for Derby County. If they can get that win, bag it up. If you haven't already, make sure you are smashing a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and share the channel around with your friends. And the players are heading just back onto the pitch now. Second half will be momentarily getting underway. We are still waiting for a goal for Roma. And they are 1-0 up. They are 1-0 up. Wesley has scored the goal. It is now Roma 1-0 up. The price boost is now on track to go through for a tenner. Second half is underway, though, at Old Trafford, where United are 2-1 up against Bournemouth. So Roma finally take the lead against Como. There's also been a goal in Portugal. Oh, it's 2-2. Ever Nilsson. Well, it might not be a flourishful 3-0 victory or scoreline, but it is a second equaliser for Bournemouth at Old Trafford. In the first minute of the second half. Could there be an offside? So it's 2-2. What a finish, by the way. Tidy. Particularly with that challenge coming from heaven. So 2 apiece. Thriller. Still 1-0 Derby at Hillsborough. Ball over the top. And Lammon's out to deal with it. So, Bournemouth equaliser. Roma now in front. And it is a case of we have to go again for United, really. Definitely surprised me, Bournemouth. United played so well first half. To score 2, Bournemouth, and equalise twice. Good response. Most certainly a second goal. Great way to come out after half time. Truffaut goes into challenge. Euro. And Burma bringing United forward. He's definitely one of the best players that United have got right now, Brian Mbeumo. He's such a quality player. But Bruno Fernandes, another one of United's quality players, caught out by Tavernier. Evan Ilson alongside. Tavernier might go alone. Casemiro's challenge was late. Simon Hooper gives the free kick and a yellow card to Casemiro. Come out well, Bournemouth, second half. United look a bit on the ropes here. I mean, when you concede early in the second half, right after you come out from half time, after a positive first half, it can rattle you a little bit. There isn't a doubt about that. So, that might be what United are going through right now. So Bournemouth, can they take the lead now from this free kick after a positive start to the second half from them? It will be Tavernier over the free kick. Justin Kluivert, also an option, but it is going to be Tavernier. Goes right through the wall. It's 3-2 to Bournemouth. It is perfect. It's flat. It's round the wall and into the bottom corner of Seri Laman's net. And Bournemouth do score 3 goals at Old Trafford for a third time in a row. Not the 3-0 scoreline, but they have come out and they've turned this game on its head in the second half, when United in the first half were by far the better side. That is a wow. I mean, Laman's beating his near post. It's not the best. It goes through and round the wall. And what a turnaround by Bournemouth. What a free kick by Marcus Tavernier. And now United need 2 goals to win this game. They won't have been thinking about needing to find 2 goals in the second half. At half time. Not a situation you can particularly predict so early on in the second half as well. Well, there you go. 2 shots on target, 2 shots in the opponent's box, 2 shots, less of the ball. Bournemouth stats, second half. Well, I'm most certainly surprised. Derby still holding their lead against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Remains Roma 1-0 Como. No goal yet between Vallecano and Betis in La Liga. And Porto still 1-0 up against Estrela Amadora in Portugal. Also, Rangers maintaining their lead against Hibs. And in the Baller League, the final whistle went. SDS turned it around from 1-0 down to make it 2-1. There was an equaliser from Brian Lai for United, but they won the game 3-2 SDS. Danny Bassett, who had scored the goal to put SDS in front, the second one, who scored the winner for SDS, who won the game 3-2 against United. Oh dear. Very good match between United and Bournemouth here, but Bournemouth will have to win 3-0 twice in the next 2 seasons if they want to come back to that opportunity of being the first side to win 3 times 3-0 at Old Trafford, which of course they can't do because they were 2-1 down in the first half, conceding 2 goals. So big contest now. Work to do for United, and that is not the best by Bruno Fernandes. Well, let's have a check on shots on target, because I am keen to keep an eye on that. For Brian Mbeumo, it is still 1 shot on target. And for Antoine Semenyo, it is also 1 shot on target. So 1 more from each of those 2 players could trigger a price boost. And Derby have doubled up against Sheffield Wednesday, something that United weren't able to do in the first half of this match when they were having a great time. But Derby have scored 2, and they lead by 2 at Hillsborough, where the second goal comes from Liam Thompson with half an hour to go. So Sheffield Wednesday 0, Derby 2. We are approaching the hour mark between United and Bournemouth in this game. Smith out of play there. That'll be a United throw. It's been a crazy turnaround second half. Could Yoro help United on their way to make it 3-3 in this game? And add a 6th goal in just 58 minutes. Not the best of crosses. Mount will chase. Won't quite get to it. And it will be Bournemouth's throw. Sure, being challenged there by Kluivert, but United definitely looking to get level and respond to Bournemouth's brilliant second half display so far. Bruno Fernandes. The cutback has been intercepted. And it's 3-on-3 at the minute. It's good defending by Aidan Heaven for United. And Bruno Fernandes sweeps it on. Dalot. Fernandes across to Mbeumo. Now Ahmad. Mbeumo alongside. Mbeumo. Fernandes in towards Ahmad. Got to push it his back by Tavernier. Cut back. Loose ball. Casemiro. All over the place and cleared away. That was a mess. Oh, challenged by Luke Shaw. Brilliant on Semenyo. Dalot. Back to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw on the byline. The cross. Bit high. Headed away. And Kluivert's going to be challenged by Ahmad, but Ahmad will give away the foul. So changes for United. Just the one, but Kobbie Mainoo is being called upon by Ruben Amorim. And George Petrovic might have a problem. But it is the end of the day for goal scorer of the second goal for United, Casemiro, who is replaced by Kobbie Mainoo. So, best team in the first half, United for sure. Second half, though, has been brilliant by Bournemouth. Amado. What's the decision here? Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Now Cunha. Got a bit of space. Should have used the space. Mount. Mbeumo deflection on his shot. I don't think he got that much purchase on the ball initially, and Brian Mbeumo. It was a weak enough shot. The deflection just takes all the power away. It's Jimenez for Bournemouth. No foul, says Simon Hooper, who, to be fair, has let this game flow to a degree. We most certainly like flowing games. And this game is flowing as well as the goals. Mount being pressured there. Dallon, is he going to get in behind? Ahmad, cut back to Brian Mbeumo. And now Dallon. Mount, byline. Oh, and it was a bit too close. Cunha was there, coming in on it. Had to be a better cross for Cunha. Mount makes a great run. It needs to be better for Cunha. He's there. Oh, what a second half so far. Cunha, can he get through the gap? He drives on, but the Bournemouth defence in this second half is on top. Sorted out their act. And it is now 3-0 to Derby County. It is a second for the brother of Michel Agyemang, Patrick Agyemang. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Derby 3, 21 minutes to go. A rather bruising defeat for Sheffield Wednesday. Here's Cunha. And Cunha, it looped. Could have gone in. Could have gone in. It most certainly frightened Petrovic, who definitely flapped his glove. Whether there was a touch or not. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That could have looped in under the bar. Not a bad cross by Cunha. And could have caused devastation and embarrassment for Bournemouth and Petrovic. United continue to chase for the equaliser. Most certainly circumstances they wouldn't have planned for. I think Petrovic just caught his own man. Looks to be let's have a look. Petrovic, does he? Or is it Yoro? Is it Yoro on Truffert? Smith, who's down. Looked to be blood on top of his nose. Well, more changes for United are prepared. Lisandro Martinez is being prepared to come on. I think it's Lely Yoro who's going to come off. Benjamin Sesko is also on his way in on the pitch. Return after a month's injury. Here comes the change. And for Manchester United, Lely Yoro is coming off, and he is to be replaced by Lisandro Martinez, who last scored a goal for United in the 2-2 draw between Liverpool and United at Anfield last season. Mason Mount also coming off, and he is replaced by the returning Benjamin Sesko. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, I'd be much more favouring of a United equaliser or winner. And in Burmo, oh! How did he not score there? Brian and Burmo should have scored. That's handball. There's 2 handball appeals. Both are close proximity. Or penalty appeals waved away. Sesko forces a throw out of Diakite. United get on with it. Shaw, Fernandes. Luke Shaw's had a good game. Oh, ball into the box. It was aimed towards Sesko. Fernandes gets his head to it. There's nobody on the left to pick up the pieces. Bournemouth will clear. And it's going to bounce out of play for a throw-in right back into Bournemouth's half for United. Their half for United. "19 minutes to go. United chasing Bournemouth with a sensational change in performance and comeback. And Burma could not feed that through. Really hard for United to break down second half Bournemouth. Heaven. Well, the question is will United be able to find a way to get level? I have to say that Bournemouth have not given away too much second half. It's been a racket. I think that went out of play from Smith, I think I went out of play. I don't think Adam Smith kept that in. Let's have a look. Maybe he did. Well, either way, it is now a Bournemouth corner from the left. Wow. The last time United lost a game when leading at half-time at Old Trafford was 1984. Crazy. My mum wasn't even born then. Bournemouth looking to make it more. But the counter could be on here for United. Ahmad. Space to run into. Collision off the ball. Ball across. Brian Mbeumo. And the final pass. Shaw made the run. Well, let's have a look at this collision off the ball. Bruno Fernandes involved. Final pass from Mbeumo is going to be better. Let's take a check on the shots on target tallies. Also the score, where it is still 3-0 Derby at Wednesday, and Sesko could be cashing in here, defending. Just the one shot on target. Oh! Free kick. I think if United get one, well, cards coming out. Oh, it's 3-3. And now 2 free kicks have been scored. It's a brilliant free kick. It's a brilliant game of football. It's a goal fest at Old Trafford. And it's 3 each. And United may not, for the first time since 1984, be defeated. We're leading at half-time. What a hit by Bruno Fernandes. The curl and power on that free kick is sensational. Top bins and 3-all. What a game. Absolute rocket. What a game. What a game. I'm almost sure that neither of the 2 Carabao Cup quarterfinals that we'll be doing tomorrow and Wednesday will compare to this. What a fantastic game of football. And in Bournemouth, oh, Sesko, this is brilliant. The ball across, Cunha could win it, 4-3. Oh my word. It's a game which in the second half has been up and down. Bournemouth made it 3-2. And Matheus Cunha now makes it 4-3. They're back in front. It's been a crazy old one. And who knows what the final score will be. 11 minutes to go. For all we know, This could finish 5-4. What a game. What a game. 4-3. Who would have thought that going into this one? And once Sesko had got through on that right-hand side, picked out that pocket of space, a bit like how Victor Gyökeres does for Arsenal, but not in the same manner. You just smelt that a goal was coming. And Cunha delivered. What a game. Definitely a United side that's improved. It has to be said. Would this have happened before the win at Anfield? I don't think so. Definitely a change in confidence, manner has come about this United side after that victory at Anfield. And what a game. Here's Krupi looking for Kluivert. He was caught. Well, have a look at the scoreline. It's a brilliant game, particularly second half. Well, I'm okay, thank you. Over the years, we've watched these two sides go face to face, more or less, the vitality. We've seen 1-1 draws, games nowhere near of this standard between these two. Over the last 2 years, Bournemouth have got 2 3-0 wins. This, though, I mean, they've still scored 3 goals, but what a game. And yes, Bournemouth will get some recognition for that, because not too many sides have come to Old Trafford and scored 3 goals in 3 consecutive visits. But it would have been an even better record for them if they'd have won 3-0 here. Again, but that is far from what is happening. Cunha scored it. Goal scorers for United were Casemiro. Who scored the first? Was it Mason Mount? No. Or was it? It was Mason Mount, yeah, I think. I'm almost sure. Oh, my word. 4 each. And Ellie Krupi. What a celebration. I still think United will win it. Class from Bournemouth. And Diakite, classy finish. Cool celebration. the 8th goal in this match. What a thriller. It's just one of those games, I think, where the goals are flowing. So 4-4. Definitely. I mean, that Fulham Man City game was a crazy one. This has been better. But when it comes to the 5-4 scoreline, it tends to be enough to win you the game of the season if it is the only of its kind. I think this game's got to have a winner. Not the best. But again, it's one of those games. Well, the United have won 5-4 at Old Trafford before. Europa League, of course. Maguire scored the winner. That was extra time. This is just 90 minutes of football. Cunha, Luke Shaw, out for a throw by Scott. Might need Harry Maguire to score the winner here. Get him on. You'll beat Fulham. You'll beat Fulham. If you don't, major questions will be asked of you. You can't get away with not beating Fulham at home. Not when you're Newcastle or Arsenal or City. Fulham is a side that you should beat at home. It's going to be a free kick to United. And I think we're going to get a winner. Lisandro Martinez. Mateus Cunha. Looking for Brian Mbeumo. Mbeumo, just a bit too heavy for him. Oh, well, that's not ideal when you consider that he is the type of man to get your winning goal. It will have to be somebody else. I only recall Lisandro Martinez scoring 1 goal for United. That was at Anfield in a 2-2 draw last season. Scored the opener of that match. And I think De Ligt, if he's still playing, has scored 1 or 2. That's a good challenge by Sesko. And Sesko on his own leading the charge. Yeah, he didn't have support. Kluivert, all space for Smith. And across came Cunha. Keeps it in. United have to play their way out from the back to get forward. We do want a winner here. Aiden Heaven. Lunchtime, not dinner. But yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, but lunchtime is not dinner time. Dinner time is evening. But yeah, I think you'll beat them. Cunha, poor shot. Got no power behind it, dragged it. Eight minutes of added time for an 8-goal thriller. Who's going to get the winner? It is a double change, I think, for Bournemouth here. Day is done for Justin Kluivert. And also for Marcus Tavernier, who scored one of the 2 free kicks today. His, the more flat kind. And of course, Bruno Fernandes scored the other free kick in this one. Ah, yes, well, I'm not a northerner, so by no such is dinner time at 12 o'clock. I don't even eat lunch really at 12. My lunch is more or less kind of 1 o'clock type time. I never really eat lunch at 12 o'clock. My average lunchtime is about 1 o'clock. Dinner for me can be anywhere between 6 and 9. It's rare that you would get me eating dinner at 5 o'clock. I'm not going to lie. Here's Cunha. Completely opens the play. What a ball. Ahmad, play the overlap. Oh, no. The ball across Bruno Fernandes. Nobody could get a touch. I hope that we get a winner. I really do. It needs a winner. I've had it, yeah. No, I've had it. I've had my dinner. I had a ready meal. Well, Dorgu and Joshua Zirkzee have come on. It is Brian Mbeumo and Luke Shaw that are replaced. Zirkzee went out of play. Roma have beaten Como, and Derby County have won 3-0 at Hillsborough. And now this game needs a winner, deserves a winner, should have a winner. The last time that I've seen a score of 4-4 was Chelsea against Manchester City at Stamford Bridge. And that game really was crazy. Clipped in by Brooks. Bournemouth's going to get a corner. Half of the 8 added on gone. Brooks, it's a lovely delivery, but headed away. United have got 3 minutes. Same can be said for Bournemouth. Semenyo. Jimenez, oh, ball in. Oh, my word. What a save, Lamans with the legs. Who's going to win this? Jimenez, cut back is brilliant. Brooks couldn't sort out his feet. Cleared away. Sesko's flick on. Foul. Bournemouth get a free kick. 2 minutes to go. Well, time ticks on. You expect there to be more than 8. Bleeding mouth. Lips. Adam Smith has got his lips and teeth smothered in blood. So he's having to come off. Clipped in by Brooks. Senesi shot. Oh! I smell a winner. Trufer's going to let that run through. There'll be more than 8 minutes. Stoppages. This will be like 9 minutes or 100 minutes. There'll be more than 8. You can trust me when I say that. There's no way there's not been a stoppage. Well, what a turnaround from the 0-0 draw with Chelsea. Bournemouth's perspective. This, definitely an improvement. That's going to reach Ahmad. That's Ahmad's ball. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad, oh. Surely United couldn't. Surely they couldn't. In towards Xerxes. Gets his head to it. And again, Ahmad. He should work it right. He should work it right. He's got the overlap, yeah. Byline ball. Missed by Xerxes. Mainu was still alive. Oh. Petrovic fires long. And it's all about Simon Hooper. How much longer will the referee allow to play? Here's Semenyo. Through to David Brooks. Oh, my word. Lamond saves. And that could have been a winner for Bournemouth. One more chance maybe for United. Simon Hooper not planning on blowing the whistle. Xerxes. Amad Diallo. Ball by Dallo. Dorgus. And the full-time whistle. Belter. Absolute belter. 4-4. Crazy game. Wow. A game of madness at Old Trafford. A simply enthralling game of football. Everybody's tongues will be coated in saliva after that one. There'll be no dry tongues after this. You can barely catch your breath. Final score, United 4, Bournemouth 4. What a game. Thank you very much for watching then, folks. Have a lovely rest of your evening. What a game of football. And to come tomorrow, Carabao Cup quarterfinals. We start you off. Cardiff against Chelsea. All the build-up from 7:45 tomorrow. And if you want to watch Newcastle against Fulham, that's 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Kickoff is at 8:15. Until then, have a good night. See you all back here tomorrow, 7:45. Bye-bye.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to hear and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.